Hey everyone, right now we are back at the 13th Avenue crossing in Markham. My 15.2 on the York subdivision. And this is at George's Trains, you can see here, which is basically across from here.
Going over.
So yeah. And I got here just in time because we have an eastbound CN train at Doncaster, which is probably CN M306, which usually runs around this time. So yeah. Unfortunately, I missed 109. It's at Doncaster right now, so I missed 109 today. But it's no big deal. It didn't have anything special. It had two C6Ms. But oh well, it is what it is. And I'm not alone right now because trains, trucks, and buses of York Region is here with me. Say hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Tyler M, guys.
Yep. I wasn't expecting to see him today, so it was a surprise. But oh well, it's good to see someone here, you know? Anyways, let's get this video started. So make sure you give it a really big thumbs up and let's see what we will catch today. Hopefully something interesting along the way too. I am possible now until that Eastbound, which is probably 306, shows up, so see you in a bit. So the following catches were taken on Saturday, June 14th. And I was there from 12 to 6:35 p.m. So let's get into them. So the first train we caught is CN M306. Coming to the Markham Yard and Trotter and heading to Moncton, New Brunswick. It was set by 3185 of the way, also said NK5HL. And for a mid-DPU is CREX 3966. And that has 139 freight cars. And this train came at 12:10 p.m. Surprisingly, this was the only mixed train that I caught. The rest were all intermodal, well except for one LOL. But unfortunately, trains, trucks, and buses of York region unfortunately had to get going after 3:06. But I still wasn't alone for the rest of the trip. Rory and Dana Train Railfanning was there with me. But anyways, the next train we caught is CN 149. Coming out of Montreal and is heading to Brampton Intermodal Terminal. It was set by 2948 with an interesting K5HL horn. And trailing second at 3364. And it was originally BNSF 4500. And 149 has 189 rail cars. And this came at 1:20 p.m. so I had to wait for over an hour for the next train to show up.
After any more trains come in. Should we get on slow bus?
The next train we caught is CN 100, which came off the Bella sub. Coming out of Winnipeg and is heading to Montreal. It was hit by 2956 with a really also hitting K3HA horn. And the conductor gave us the peace symbol. And trailing second is 3016. And that has 167 rail cars. And this came at 2:42 p.m. so we had to wait for another hour.
All set to depart. All traded off, ready to go. HBO number 4899, 4899.
Okay, TGBO, okay, proceed east from Ray Stand, over.
Okay, thanks. Then are we going down the hill first or waiting for anyone?
No, you're going right down.
Okay, thank you. 100 out.
You're welcome, RTC out.
Looks like it's going slow.
100 was slow. That's because we were departing after doing a crew change just after Doncaster. Just before the next train, train boy 647 showed up. And not long after that, along came CNQ 148. Coming out of Brampton Intermodal Terminal and heading to Montreal. It was set by 3375 with a rated table K3 LA Horn. And it was originally BNSF 4515. And trailing second is 3250. And 148 was really long because it has 218 rail cars. And this came at 3:52 p.m. so we had to wait for another hour for another train to show up. Like, wow. But if you're enjoying this so far, then please make sure you give it a really big thumbs up.
South track, 1 Rule 43 restriction, clear signal on the approach to McAllen.
The next train that we caught is CNQ122. It's an eastbound Intermodal / Autorack train coming out of Chicago, Illinois, and it's heading to Montreal. It was set by 3117 with a rated also set in K5HL horn. And trailing second is CREX 3927. And 122 has 37 rail cars and 82 Autoracks, making a total of 119 cars. And this train came at 4:33 p.m., so we had to wait for over half an hour.
Where's it heading from? Where's it heading from?
Unfortunately, Roy had to get going, so he left. But Train Boy and I still stick around. And the next train that we caught is a really late CN, Z121. Coming out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and is heading to Brampton Intermodal Terminal. 121 usually runs on the York Sub in the early or late mornings. But for some unknown reason, it was really late. It left Montreal just after 8:30 a.m. It was fed by 2892 with a really interesting K5HL horn. And it has the every child matter sticker. Trailing second is CREX 2775. Trailing third is 3060. And for a mid-DPU is 3115. The BCRAIL Heritage Unit. It's been a while since I last saw that. And 121 was really long like 148 because it has 220 rail cars. And this came at 6:12 p.m., so we had to wait for almost 2 hours. Next and final train that we caught is CN E271. It's a westbound Autorack train coming out of Montreal and is heading to Better Creek, Michigan. And this was the best train of the day because it has classic power. It was fit by IC 2705, which is a Dash 9 with a very oscillating K3L horn. Trailing second is 2674, which is another Dash 9. And trailing third is 8942. A SC70M-2, and that has 108 Autoracks. And this came at 6:30 p.m., so we had to wait about 15 minutes for this to show up. Well, everyone, that's going to be it for all the trains I caught at George's. CN 8271 is going to be the final train of the day for us because I have to get going right now since it's getting late. Anyways, if you enjoyed all the trains that we caught, then you know what to do. Please make sure you give it a really big thumbs up and subscribe and more videos if you haven't already. That will really help me a lot. And go subscribe to the following people, which I will do a list right now. So yeah. Anyways, until my next Railfanning video, I will see you guys later. Peace out, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have a wonderful day or evening, depends when you're watching this LOL. And I'll see you guys in the next Railfanning video. Bye now. Hey everyone. I really hope you enjoyed our trip to George's trains today. If you enjoyed it, then please make sure you give it a really big thumbs up. And subscribe for more videos if you haven't already. That will really help me a lot. And go subscribe to the following people. Trainboy 647 and Rory and Dana Train Railfan. And also go subscribe to Trains, Trucks, and Buses of York Region, who was there with me for CN M306. But he had to get going after 306. Anyways, if you want to check them out, I'll leave your links in the description when I have a chance. Anyways, until my next Railfan video, I will see you guys later. Peace out, folks, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have a wonderful evening, and that will be it from the three of us. Say goodbye, guys. I hope you enjoyed all the trains at George's today, and I'll see you guys in the next Railfan video. Bye now.